When I gaze into infinity, space is so silent, it tends to recenter me, sending me to a place, tasting the energy. Can I be reaching the exosphere happily? Yep, I never stepped on a satellite. Can I get a cup of stardust just for the night? Obvious, the flight might be dangerous, hazardous to the human beings, being fools who endanger us. Maybe just trust the captain who will thrust us past the Kuiper belt. Never felt such injustice. Should have been here a million years ago. Maybe so. Certain people want technology to cease and never grow. Never showed how I almost didn't ever flow. Never too late to escape this plane. How insane to never know. It's crazy. There's some realities, the myth for me. I sit here, mind clear, traveling adrift. Oh, just let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear, from here. Just let me know if you are willing. I got you, so have no fear. Just let us show how the improbable will turn to the possible. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. When I think about how our chemistry combines to create another state, it amazes me crazily. Flying through gamma rays, it pleases me. The nebula, a certainly beautiful, stop teasing me easily. I could ultimately spend eternity exploring celestial bodies in the farthest galaxy. The fallacy exists to contradict all of reality. I'm glad to be the only old man in this colony. Follow me. I'm about to take you on a trip, make it feel so real without even a sip, without even a click. You could figure out the pace without even a pick. You could figure out the place without even a trace. We gon' slide through the rift. Our visuals are tripping way past tilt shift. Extraordinarily we see planetary drift. Experience the gift as we travel adrift. Oh, just let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear, from here. Just let me know if you are willing. I got you, so have no fear. Just let us show how the improbable will turn to the possible. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. Just let us. Oh, just let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear, from here. Just let me know if you are willing. I got you, so have no fear. Just let us show how the improbable will turn to the possible. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. When I gaze into infinity, space is so silent, it tends to recenter me, sending me to a place, tasting the energy. Can I be reaching the exosphere happily? Yep, I never stepped on a satellite. Can I get a cup of stardust just for the night? Obvious, the flight might be dangerous, hazardous to the human beings, being fools who endanger us. Maybe just trust the captain who will thrust us past the Kuiper belt. Never felt such injustice. Should have been here a million years ago. Maybe so. Certain people want technology to cease and never grow. Never showed how I almost didn't ever flow. Never too late to escape this plane. How insane to never know. It's crazy. There's some realities, the myth for me. I sit here, mind clear, traveling adrift. Oh, just let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear, from here. Just let me know if you are nebula, a certainly beautiful. Stop teasing me easily. I could ultimately spend eternity exploring celestial bodies in the farthest galaxy. The fallacy exists to contradict all of reality. I'm glad to be the only old man in this colony. Follow me. I'm about to take you on a trip, make you feel so real without even a sip, without even a click. You could figure out the pace without even a pick. You could figure out the place without even a trace. We gon' slide through the rift. Our visuals are tripping way past tilt shift. Extraordinarily, we see planetary drift. Experience the gift as we travel adrift. Oh, just let us go. Let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear, from here. Just let me know if you are willing. I got you, so have no fear. Just let us show how the improbable will turn to the possible. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. Let's go. Just let us go. What's up, y'all? It's the R9cast, the official body of the District Con Crystal super dope show for, let me turn my mic up a little bit. Let me turn it up a little, just a little bit. It's a different mic, so I sound a little bit different. Like I said, I was gonna switch mics so I can get the better mic on to record the music. So that's what I did. Where was I? My name is Stephen D. Gibson, aka SG, aka Electron Bandit, aka music, sound and music dude of the indie game to be released this year, hopefully. Crashers. There I am. Oh, haha, that's my head. You like to look at my head? Come on down. That's better. Is that better? I guess that works. There you go. Don't need that up there. Get out of my way. I still have to build my thing, but you know, that's how it goes when you don't. I want to see my title reset though. I'm trying to. Nope, it's not resetting. Oh, you know why? Because it's not playing. I'm such an idiot. I forgot about all games like that. When I. You want to hear it again? If I can click the button. Can I be reaching the exosphere happily? Like, yup. I never stepped on a satellite. Can I get a cup of stardust just for the night? Obvious, the flight might be dangerous, hazardous to the human beings, being fools who endanger us. Maybe just trust the captain who will thrust us past the Kuiper belt. Never felt such injustice. Should have been here a million years ago. Maybe so. Certain people want technology to cease and never grow. Never showed how I almost didn't ever flow. Never too late to escape this plane. How insane to never know. It's crazy. There's some realities, the myth for me. I sit here, mind clear, traveling adrift. Oh, just let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear, from here. Just let me know if you are willing. I got you, so have no fear. Just let us show. All right. The improbable will turn to the possible. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. When I think about how our chemistry combine. All right. Y'all ain't come here to listen to that track for 2 hours. Whoops. Bling. Put this here. Put that there so I can stop it. And now this is in the way. Okay. Excuse me. Still trying to get the thing there. But, oh, my bad. Let me go. Oh, I got crunchies. You hear the crunchies? Hold on, let me see where it's at. I gotta see where it's at. I got my Phantom on. It's really that. Yeah. Alright, that's better. It's still in there a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little. Let me see what's on. Yeah, I can't do nothing with that. want to see the title. I'm the idol, the highest title, numero uno. I am a Puerto Rican, so I'm speaking so that you know. And understand I got the gift. I was fine before the show started. Now I feel like I got a little bit of something going on. So I got my TV back here. My the 40-inch I was kind of messing with. I was like, let me fix it. Let me put a makeshift backlight on it, which I did, so I could read chat barely. It's like, you know, you have when you have like a chandelier, like a 5-light chandelier or 4-light, whatever, and like 4 out of the 5 lights are out. You just got one bulb just hanging on. Like, I'm gonna light this room. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I just had Sonic, not Sonic the Hedgehog, but Sonic the fast food establishment. That food boy. That food boy. That food. Not the best for your body. I guess I'll put the man, I keep hearing people like do. Oops. Do. Put that there. And the R9cast one. Put that there. Copy and paste. Oops. Put that there. Like Bridget. Put that there. And the YouTube one, I have no idea what my YouTube I used to have it on a folder somewhere, and then I said, I don't care anymore. I should put my glasses on so I can see something. I mean, I can still see a little bit. I can still see. I was going to talk about... So Rocco had a show. He had a homecoming talent show on Friday night. Friday night. Wait, yes, Friday night. Oh my gosh, Friday night, and it was started at 11, and we got home at like 2:00, and then after that, the next day we went to Coco. We brought all the doggies and they're running around the farm. We brought the dogs to the farm. Not the saying that you tell your little kid, oh, Fluffy's going up to the farm. No, we actually went to the farm with the dogs and they ran around, looked at the cows, and I have some videos of the cows. They're big and delicious, eventually, or not. And also, let me see if this has changed yet. Still not changed. Oh, because I'm not playing it. There I am. I love it. Only took 12 years. Well, whatever. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, and I'm glad that it happened. Now I can be number one. I can be number one. You know why? Because it's just me, myself, and I. Now I have the 2 microphones. I can have Bridget. Do y'all want Bridget back? Y'all want Bridget back in here talking blah, 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 blah. Do you want her back? I don't know if, she can't do it today because she's super sick. She's like at the inside. She's the one who told me to go get Sonic. I was just chilling in my studio. I was throwing down some verses and stuff, trying to get the hook halfway decent. I'm gonna get somebody else to sing that. That's just like a placeholder. I'm gonna have somebody layer some pretty female vocals on top of that, and then I'm like, that's better. Although what I did was, it's not bad. I mean, it's not great, obviously, because I'm not a singer, but it's alright. Better than other things. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sitting here, yo, ta-pa-ta-pa-ta. Oh, just let it go. All that. And she texts me, hey, you want to go to Sonic? Could you get me bleep, bloop, bloop, bloop? I'm like, that's the nice way of telling me to go to Sonic, please. Please, of course, please. Of course, please. Of course, please. That's right. I still got my Pixel Bot Sun. And whatever this is. This is a Junkie on or something. I don't Anyway, so yeah, I feel I don't feel super good. I feel like I ate food in my belly. Although I guess the act of eating is kind of a I don't call it an aphrodisiac, but it kind of is. It makes you feel better. I think it releases a little bit of dopamine whenever you eat. Satisfyingly eat something. Like eat something, you're like, and you feel good. Afterwards, you're like, I could take a nap right now. That's a little bit of release. Because we're addicted to food. We have to be addicted to food. That's a whole part of being a human. Human. So, oh, sorry. This is what I remember about this particular mic cable is that it has a messed up connector on the end. So if I touch it, it'll bang, but then you go and then it does it. So I have to remember that because I'm not lazy. I just haven't bought a mic cable in 1,000 years because what do I need a mic cable for? You know, it's like you know. So I don't buy them. I don't buy them for every all the time, but you know what I mean. But anyway, so definitely wanted to talk about Sony. I want to talk about EA and Star Wars. I did want to talk about Sony because I pulled up actually it should be in here. Let me see if I can find it on my computer. I can't even freaking spell. I can never spell. What? Hold up. Okay, here's the thing. So I found a story from Business Insider saying Sony's making the same mistakes with the place with the let me see, with the same mistakes with the PS4 that Microsoft did with the Xbox in 2013, something like that. And now I'm looking at the results of a search, and there's mad. There's mad. It's not just. Well, I guess they're taking the one story, and regurgitating that's how news is now, but Business Insider, VM Virtual Machine, Tech One, so I guess they're all taking the Business Insider story and kind of spreading it out across. But dang, this whole front page is full of that. Like, dang, son, let me go to the second one. Some results may have been removed, huh? What do you mean some results have been removed? Oh, I don't care. So let's look at the second page. Excuse me. Nope, still. Sony making same mistake that almost killed Xbox. Sony is making same mistakes that hobbled Microsoft. Sony's making a sense. It's just copy, paste, in reset era or reset era. I said reset era, and I heard somebody pronounce it as resetera, like etc. resetera. So I was like, which one is it? I've heard reset era for years, or however long reset era's been around, I guess. And then I heard resetera today. I was like, is that right? And the person who said it is a super smart, like Mensa person, like super brains coming out of everywhere. A multitude of times more intelligent than I. Can speak multiple languages fluently. That takes brains. Okay, so yeah, so it's about 2 pages full of that stuff. So I'll go back to the source. I'll go back to Business Insider one because that's the one I saw before. I think this is the one I saw. Ben Gilbert wrote this to yesterday. Of course, it's an opinion piece. Oh man, I forgot to bring a beverage. Of course, it's an opinion piece. Wow, he's got a lot of hair. He's a little kid. I can't put this on the other screen because it's harder to read up there, and I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's there. Gotta make sure all my things are right. Okay. Good. All right. So let me type this in here. The R9cast. Oops. Has started. Yay! Sorry. All right, so opinion. It's an opinion. Like I said, it's an opinion piece. When Microsoft introduced the Xbox One in 2013, it was the industry leader in video game consoles with the 360. In the course of a few months, Microsoft torpedoed its goodwill with its most dedicated fans, while Sony repeatedly dunked on Microsoft with the introduction of the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 went on to dominate, but now Sony is making the same mistakes that Microsoft did back in 2013. This is not me. This is not me writing this. I'm just reading what somebody wrote. Someone in business at the Ben Gilbert, I guess he's not a fanboy. He's just a dude, right? Every time I've heard Ben Gilbert, I'm like, yeah, he's the industry dude that people, I guess he gets cachet or something. I don't know. So I'm going to continue to read. Thank you, Tiger Claw. I'm going to continue to read. Sony's PlayStation 4 is by far the most popular and best-selling game console in the world. Over 91 million PS4 has been sold, according to Sony. Although Sony has been known to buy some of their stock in order to boost their numbers. They did that with, I want to say, the PlayStation 2? It was either the PlayStation 1 or 2. I don't think they did it with the 3. They might have done it with the 3 too. I'm not too sure. But I don't think they need to do that. But they have been known to do that. Did they get in trouble for that? They might have gotten in trouble for that. I'm not too sure. It's just dusty recollections of something like that. And when I first heard that, I was like, wait a second. Sony was buying their consoles to boost it. That's kind of, is that legal? That's what kind of popped in my brain. I was like, that's kind of crazy. But I guess you can buy them for giveaways and stuff, right? Is that? And then, I mean, I guess if you make it, right? If you make the console and you allot some for giveaways, do they count as sales? You know what I'm saying? Or do you have to send them out to a retailer and buy them back and then give them away? That's like a whole bunch of extra steps, but you know, if they did it the right way, I guess it's okay. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Putting ahead of competition by tens of millions of units. Of the three major video game consoles, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, Sony is in a comfortable lead. But video game consoles operate on cycles, and no one stays on top forever. And that's the thing that's happening now, is that the cycles are starting to break apart and crumble, deteriorate, if you will. And Microsoft led the charge when they said there are no more generations. So Xbox is Xbox. They're probably going to try to do 100% backwards compatible based on what licenses they can procure or secure. Because it would make no sense for them to actually make an Xbox a physical Xbox or 360 hardware. That doesn't make that's the only way you can get around. The only way you can get around the licensing is if you recreate the hardware. But then again, I don't know if revisions count. Like if you make a revised version of your hardware, I don't know if that counts. That was the whole thing with the 360. They couldn't just have backwards compatibility with the Xbox, the original Xbox, because it was different hardware, and Nvidia was like because Nvidia did the graphics chips on the 360, and they were like, nah, son, you gotta relicense that, boy. So if you want to blame anybody for the problem, blame Nvidia. It's not their fault. I'm just okay. Every 5 or 10 years or so,
Every five, I sound like a country. Every 5 or 10 years or so, the ghost of Peckles Spawn Creek come on down, scared of children's studying hard and being doctors and lawyers. Is that something an old wise old man on the porch would tell you? Hey, boy, I told you not to come on around here. Don't let the evil scarecrow donkey come out and just making up stuff. You know, if the kid is small enough, you can make up a story. They'd be like, ooh, and then they have dreams and nightmares and night terrors, and then you'd be like, and then the parents be like, what did you tell little Jimmy? What did you tell Trevor? Why is he crying? Why? Oh, I'm sorry, that was loud. That was very loud. My bad. I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this. Why? I'm testing. Why did you tell Trevor? Why? I'm trying to bust out my compressor. Hey yo, hey. How you doing? Hey, there you go. Sorry for blowing up your ears. My bad. That's my little mixer. It's pretty. You heard that when I breathe. I think I got something. I'm either just a slow healer because I'm an old man, or something wrong there. You know, lungs about to fall out or something. Look, if I'm sick like that, no worries. It's just hey, enjoy. Every 5 to 10 years or so, new consoles arrive from each of the big three companies. And every 5 to 10 years, they play musical chairs of who will win the generation. Sony and Microsoft are in the most direct competition of the three, with both companies making very similar consoles capable of playing many of the same games as their competition. Excuse me. Well, excuse me, princess. And that's been the case for the past 15 to 20 years or so. With the PlayStation 2 in 2000, Sony dominated the video game market. Microsoft's original Xbox was barely a competitor, but with the PlayStation, okay, you're right. It only sold 24 million units, but still, it woke people up. But with the PlayStation 3 in 2006, Sony lost its dominance in the video game market. Microsoft's Xbox 360 became the standard bearer for video game consoles of its generation, and it remained that way until excuse me, that was Cheesecake Shake right there. And it remained that way until 2013, when Sony and Microsoft launched the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One respectively. This is a week apart. With the PlayStation 4, Sony is back on top. Microsoft's Xbox One is doing fine, just like the PlayStation 3 did, but it's a distant second place to Sony's PS4. And now the game of musical chairs has begun once again, with rumors swirling and even some outright official talk from both Sony and Microsoft about their next generation console. Here's the thing. Is it right? Oh, yeah, it's raining. Here's the thing before I continue. The problem with super huge, gigantic success is that it's hard to maintain that, and it's hard to repeat it. They might repeat PlayStation 2's success with the PlayStation 4, but the PlayStation 5 will not do what the PlayStation 4 did, because they won't have the same. It's not going to be the same scenario. It's not going to be. It's either a PlayStation or Xbox. Xbox is tripping. There's only one choice, right? That's not going to happen again. That's not going to happen the generation with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Scarlet. It's not going to happen because Microsoft has a plan which was similar to what the 360 was, but it's a little bit smarter, and they learned their lesson quickly too. I mean, okay, let's put it this way. They didn't learn their lesson. They got rid of the people who didn't know what the hell they were doing. Put it that way. Yeah, when people say they learned their lesson, I don't think that they didn't have a lesson to learn. I think the people who were in charge were just idiots. It's kind of like the president. He's kind of messing up everything. He's not messing up everything. He's just making a mess. and it's not, it's not all of government. Some of it. So it wasn't all of management over at Xbox. It's just some of it. You say dumb things, and everybody's on a different page. And I'm like, wait, what's going on now? Okay, I don't, So it was weird. That was weird, but that's not because Phil's like, yo, look, I'm Phil. All right, games. We got enough studios. I don't know. I think we need 20. Look, they're going. Look, the thing I like about what's happening with Xbox, will Sony catch up and wake up and say, oh snap, we should do that too? Who knows? Sony is literally in the position. I spit all over my desk. They're literally in the position to do what Microsoft is doing, except they have a movie studio, right? So they already know. Oh, you make stuff for. Actually, you know what? I take that back. They have a movie studio that doesn't do very well because a lot of Venom did good. Spider-Man does good because they don't make those movies. That's Marvel's making Spider-Man for Sony. Venom was a fluke. I don't think it was a fluke. It's okay movie or whatever. And they're going off the momentum of Spider-Man. So they're going to keep doing this Spider-Verse stuff. Enter the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Enters the Spider-Verse. That was dope. That was a good movie. But animated, you know what I mean? So, and that was Lord, whatever Lord, one of the Lord and Miller guys. The Lord guy. Miller, yeah. Don't remember. Anyway, a lot of people directed that movie. He wrote it. He wrote the story and he wrote part of the screenplay. Anyway, back to video games. I like what's happening because they're modeling what they're doing after Netflix. Cause so okay, Netflix they have all this. They're making a lot of original content. They were buying stuff and saying Netflix original. They're throwing Netflix original, which is akin to Xbox exclusive. That's what the Netflix original stamp means. It's the same thing. So there's a whole bunch of Netflix original. There's a lot of anime, there's movies, there's shows, there's all kind of stuff, right? So Microsoft is doing the same thing except with video games. And so that's why when you say the Netflix of video games, it's closer to the truth than anything else. I guess if Steam made games more, if Valve made more games, I would say yes, but they're just a store at this point. And it's can you subscribe to Steam and just get the whole library for a flat monthly rate? No, you can't do that. It's a store. So it's not the same. So I take that back. So Game Pass is literally, and like I was saying, the comparison, Netflix has these studios, they're making content. And Microsoft, in order to do the same, they have to buy studios. That's what they've been doing. I think they have 13 studios now. They went from 6 or 7 to 13 or so. And I think they'll continue to do as many as I would say they will keep it. No, that's not true. I think they're probably going to get more because some of those studios are going to make quadruple A games, quintuple A games, whatever, sextuple A games, quintuple A games. You know what I mean? Some, the initiative, 343, Coalition, all those guys, Turn 10. They're the triple A houses. Those are the original, and then all these other companies all these other studios that they're getting. Not all of them, but some of them will give you a game every year, a game every 18 months. You know what I mean? And those are going to be the Netflix joints. Those are going to be the Game Pass exclusive joints. All those games are going to be exclusive, but they'll be Game Pass, or they'll be Game Pass, PC, Xbox. Anyway, moving on. With such a huge lead, it's Sony's game to lose, and there are some worrying signs that Sony's repeating the same mistakes Microsoft did when it introduced the Xbox One. This is Casey Kasem. RIP. The crossplay debacle. Boom. I wish that somebody at All Games wrote this so I could do an actual video of it, because I do all goofy voices and stuff. That'd be fun. And I just put a picture. Because I watch a lot of YouTube. When late at night, I'll put on YouTube and I'll watch like the 10 most inventive watercraft. Look at all these crazy tiny houses. The 10 crazy most innovative cell phone covers or whatever. I don't know. It's just like goofy goofy lists of innovative, like, oh, look at that unicycle with the fat 22s on them. Yes, it's 22. There's only one rim on a unicycle, so why would I pluralize the rim? The crossplay debacle. I do a dope graphic too. The crossplay. I have Bridget do like the titles. The crossplay debacle, eh? Boom. And then I read it. Fortnite is the biggest game in the world, and it's playable. You know who reads? The guy we was talking about before, who's super smart, Mensa, and all that stuff, is Tim Rogers from Kotaku, right? And the way he reads his reviews is hilarious. When he has the script, it's funny. It's kind of funny. Like, no one else reads like that, and he's doing it on purpose, obviously. But it's funny to listen to, and he's super smart, and it's entertaining too. It's very well written. I wish Derek H would do more. He's tired. He's got stuff to do. Fortnite is the biggest game in the world, and it's playable on pretty much anything that runs video games. Your smartphone, both iOS and Android, your computer, PC, and Mac. Speaking of iPhones or smartphones, I was in the market looking for a new phone. I was gonna get the LG, was it the V35 ThinQ? And I went through like AT&T, traded in, blah blah blah, $30 a month or something like that. At the end of the day, you know how much that phone would cost? $1,190 something dollars. I was like, no. I was like, I could buy that phone for $600 right now on Amazon. Why would I spend $1,100 through AT&T? They smart. With that payment plan, getting that money. Anyway, and every current console, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, it's exactly the same game across all those different platforms. And in many cases, you can play with people on whatever platform they're playing on. So-called crossplay. If you're playing Fortnite on Switch, you can play with people on phones and Xbox One and computers. Until recently, there was just one major exception. PlayStation 4 players were siloed off from Microsoft's Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Worse, if you bought stuff on Fortnite on PS4, none of it would show up if you played the game with the same account on another platform. Bummer. First of all, that's wrong. Okay, this guy should know better. You can't play. You couldn't play it on another platform. If you played it on PlayStation 4 and bought something on PlayStation 4, you couldn't play it on another platform. I mean, you could, but not the same game. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, technically he's right, but barely. After months of back and forth, with Sony offering bad excuses. After months of back and forth, with Sony repeatedly offering bad excuses to fans for not allowing crossplay, the company finally relented in September 2018. Here's the thing. What just happened in Washington with Trump and him caving, all the news outlets are like, oh, Trump done caved, oh, he gave up, oh, he's a wimp, or whatever. I'm like, oh boy, his peoples are turning on him. That's what happened with Sony. Sony was like, they were talking a lot of nonsense. I'm like, that's a bad excuse. Are you seriously still gonna back this guy? Yay, we love Trump. That's a bad excuse. Are you seriously gonna back Sony? Yay, we love Sony. Same difference. It's like, you love Sony, you love the PlayStation. Doesn't matter what they do, you still got their back. I mean, what happened to consumer advocacy, where you're like, hey, I know these are businesses, but the businesses need to play nice with the customers in order for the customers to like the businesses and the stuff that they sell, and it helps to have a good reputation with the peoples. You're out there like, hey, I like you too. You like our product? Hey, I like you, I like your product. Hey, everybody's happy, right? It's like, yo, man, I went and I bought me a car, and it was dope. I love the car. I went to the dealership. The people were nice. They gave me a car wash. They gave me $2 off. It was great. Or you could go to a dealership. Oh man, this car was dope, but I had the worst salesman. He overcharged my thing, but then the car was dirty. Horrible. Are you gonna go back there? You got Stockholm syndrome? Like, I don't care. I have to go get the same car, the same brand of car. I gotta go get me my Ford. I just learned today that Ford was kind of a racist. Kind of a Nazi. Not gonna say he was a Nazi. Henry Ford. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say he's a Nazi, but he did go to Germany and visit, and Hitler did have a picture of him hanging up on the wall, and Hitler did say, "Hey, I really like this guy." Deutsch Marx. I don't know German. Frankfurter. Anyway, that's off topic. I'll read up about that so I can have more insight on Henry Ford and why I like Chevys. It has nothing to do with Ford. I had a Mustang. My first car was a Mustang, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like Fords, because it was a rear-wheel drive. Working on a car was still a nightmare. It was a 4-cylinder, mad room in it, still a nightmare. I'm like, I don't like this car. The steering went bad. How? Anyway, it's a bad car. It wasn't. Anyway, I almost died in that car too, but that's a whole nother story. Oh boy, somebody put Henry Ford's picture in the chat. Wikipedia, it was American capital, blind, Ford Motor Company. Decent, they put it in there. Although Ford did not invent the automobile. Okay, fine. Mental collapse. Henry Ford, the coming of World War II and Ford's mental collapse. Okay, let's look at it real quick. Anti-Semitism, the Dearborn Independent. So it was there were the international. Oh yeah, the problems with the international Jew. What was that the world's foremost problem? Yeah, I mean, come on. How can you, the international Jew, the world's foremost problem? How can you, in Germany, Ford's anti-Semitic articles from the Dearborn Independent were issued in 4 volumes. Blah blah blah. So yeah, he didn't like the Jews. I would assume that would make him a racist, just broadly speaking. I mean, I'm no expert on racism, although whatever, darker skin does tend to attract a certain type of people. But yeah, I knew it was right. I mean, I knew I'd read something about it. Adolf Hitler wrote, "Only a single great man, Ford, who, to the Jews' fury, still maintains a full independence from the controlling masters of the producers in a nation of 120 million." I don't know. That was a sentence cobbled together with missing words. Okay. Anyway, but thank you for the link, DC Day. Appreciate the knowledge. And also, Ford was anti-Semite, anti-Demitivism. Anyway, back to Sony being like Trump, and how I don't recall how I actually got onto Ford, but yeah. Oh, it was the car dealership thing. Anyway, more than just upsetting fans, Sony's refusal to allow crossplay sparked some major game publishers to speak out. You know you're in trouble when, in the beginning of the generation, all the publishers, all the devs are like, "Oh my gosh, the PlayStation 4 is the bomb, son. It's the best," right? And now they're like, nah. I used to like you, but nah. We've grown apart." Basically. You know what was funny? When Bungie left Activision, or they didn't leave that. When Activision and Bungie severed their deal, everybody's saying, "Oh, it's a divorce," right? I'm like, hold up. First of all, it wasn't a marriage, okay? It was a business. It was more like it was more like you hiring a lawn person for a long time. Like, you have a 10-year contract with your landscaper, right? That's what it's like. And then when it's 3 years left on the contract, you're like, you know what, Hector? nah, I'm not gonna need your services anymore. Let's just, yeah, nah. I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna cut my own grass. Thanks. Bye bye. That's not a divorce. That's just, hey, Activision's like, you know what? Hector's like, you know what? We got too many accounts. We got a lot of yards to cut to. So, all right, peace out, homie. And they go. It's like we have our own accounts, okay? We can go, you know. So I don't consider it marriage. People say, oh, the divorce, blah blah. I'm like, y'all got none. You got no better analogies. It wasn't a marriage. It was landscaping duty. Activision was cutting the grass over at Bungie. Bungie was like, grass getting long. Activision coming in. They be on the sitting mower like that. I got a swivel chair. And yeah, so I kind of I didn't have too much of a problem with it. I was just like, whatever, y'all more flowers need more creativity. You need more I don't know, maybe you just crunch time and you got to put out a video podcast or whatever, so you get with the marriage, shut up, man. Should hit up. More than, did I just read that? Excuse me. Oh man, that cheesecake is so delicious. More than just upsetting fans, Sony's refusal to allow crossplay sparked some major publishers to speak out. Sony, a company that enjoyed years of goodwill with gamers following the launch of the PS4, started looking like the arrogant one. Here's the thing. Sony was never not arrogant. They were fooling you. They used the situation, as it were, to their advantage, which is what you're supposed to do, right? I'm not saying, oh, they're evil for doing it. I'm like, no. You know, they took advantage of the situation. That's fine. But they never were for you. They put, for the gamers. But yeah, they put all that stuff in their marketing to seem that way. But of course they're not for you. If they were for you, they wouldn't charge you for PSN, right? Because on the PS3, that was one of the major selling points. Oh, PSN is free. You don't have to pay for online playing, right? PS4 comes out, what they do? Charging. They're like, oh, Xbox getting these billions of dollars. We got to get some of that too. You know? If they were for the gamer like that, it would be free. They would find another way to fill their coffers. I mean, they're selling all these consoles, right? Maybe, maybe all that money can offset. It can't. Try to make, no. They make so much money off of freaking PSN. It's ridiculous. Anyway, they should at least charge less, I would say, to be competitive. Like, if Xbox was smart, they won't do this, but I'd be like, if y'all are smart, you go either do this. You either cut down the price of Xbox Live, or you combine Game Pass and Xbox Live, and if it's $89, $90 a year for both, that's good. That's a good deal. And then what Sony's gonna do? What they gonna do? That's what they really need to do, is do a combination thing like that. If they do that, they don't even have to combine the services or anything. Just give us a deal. Like, oh, here's a super deal, $79 because I got was it $69 for the Game Pass for 1 year? I'm like, done it, saved me almost half. Anyway, sorry. PS4 started looking like the arrogant ones. PS4 started looking like the arrogant one. It was reminiscent of Microsoft's messaging around the launch of the Xbox One, which often felt like Microsoft wasn't listening to its most loyal fans. What happened to the Xbox One? In early 2013, Microsoft, blah, 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 we know this, had games evangelist, so-called hardcore gamer. I'll read it. In early 2013, Microsoft 360 was still more popular than the PS3. Not only was it a sales leader, but the Xbox brand had gaming's evangelist, so-called core gamer audience on its side. It kind of still does as far as shooters, because they prefer the control pad over the the DualShock 4 is not the best for shooters. Some people are like, oh, the dead zone on the Xbox controller. I'm like, okay, sure, dead zone. And I think they actually fixed that. I'm not too sure on the Elite and the newer ones. Anyway, but in May 2013, Microsoft announced the Xbox One in a press briefing. It did not go well. That Xbox One reveal was a disaster, wrote Luke Plunkett at the time. Blah, 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 it offers a stunning look. Man, that rain. It offers a stunning... Oh, it's a supercut of the version, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's... let's get to this part. Here are some highlights of the disastrous introduction of the Xbox One. The Xbox One will require a persistent internet connection, which is PlayStation is the same. I mean, it's not, I mean, if you want to play games for real, yeah. Xbox One wouldn't play used games. You put in a disc, install it to your console's drive, take out the disc, and it would effectively be useless. Yes, but it still works that way. What they were doing was they were going to lock out the license per disc. So each disc, I think that's how they were going to do it. Each disc would have a unique license to it, which is, okay. And that's for piracy, really. It's not for anything else. And it's also to smack GameStop in the face for them reselling games for, they're taking a chunk out of, that's like, I mean, they compared it to like a used car. Like you buy a car, right? Pay full price, and then you go back and you can resell it. And the thing about that is that's allowed, but what you can't do is like go in and sell the patents that sell things that are patented within the vehicle. So like say you rip the OS out of it and you put it on a little box and it's like, yo, look, it's the Mustang OS on a box. You can't sell that because that's software, proprietary. You can't be like, I'm trying to think of a good, because software, it's not so much the physical disc, it's really just the actual code, So it's really about like trademark, copyright stuff, not so much physical stuff, So you can sell consoles back, you can sell. Well, I don't know. Anyway, let me just read this. Every Xbox One would come with the Kinect motion sensor. That was bad. That was a bad move. Xbox One cost $500 at launch, $100 more than PlayStation 4. That was why, because of the Kinect. Bad. Between unclear messaging, Microsoft flip-flop on the first two of those 4 bullets. A major push into non-gaming applications. Xbox One has an HDMI import, so you can plug in your cable box right into it, and an incredibly high price point. We're angry. Xbox fans were angry. Actually, I like the HDMI import, but they can get rid of it because I don't even use mine. So if it saves enough money, yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that for the Scarlet. You don't need that. But it's cool because you put it. If you can plug in a computer. You could plug in a Switch. You could wait. Can you plug in a Switch? Yeah, you can plug in a Switch. You can plug in a PlayStation 4. The lag would be more, but yeah, it'd be good. Unless you have yeah, I think the lag would be pretty bad. I think they showed it, but certain games, it doesn't matter about lag. Can you blame that Microsoft introduced a video game console that was forced on video games? That wasn't focused. I can't read. That wasn't focused on video games. The company demonstrated repeatedly that it wasn't listening to its most core consumers, and in doing so, lost a lot of early momentum. And now Sony is showing early signs of making those same mistakes. So Sean Layden left, which I heard about it happening, but I didn't realize he's gone. He's not there. I forgot what the new guy, his name is. What's the new guy's name? Is it in here? Well, I'll keep reading. What's up at Sony? In New York Times interview, blah, 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 Consumer Electronics Show, Sony Corporation CEO Kenichiro Yoshida laid out his plans for integrating the enormously popular PlayStation Network, the digital backbone of the PlayStation console, with Sony's music and movie business. Okay, let me read that again. So if you guys didn't realize what's happening with Sony, listen. His plans for integrating the enormous popular PlayStation Network with Sony's music and movie business. So, the thing that everybody was kind of complaining about Microsoft, like, oh, you're not for games, you got TV, and all this movies still trying to make Halo movies, blah, 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 right? Everybody crying about that? Guess what Sony's doing? They're doing the same thing. They should have done this like a long time ago so it wouldn't be an issue. But they're doing it now. And I don't know if they have the right infrastructure for all this. They can't even get, you can't even change your ID without losing everything. So how's Sony, I don't know, man. That's why I'm like so reluctant. I'm like, if I get a PlayStation 4 or any type of Sony, it's only to play the exclusives, nothing else. And they're all single player, so I'm good. I don't have to play online. I don't even have to get PlayStation Plus. I can just play that stuff all offline. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I used to have a PS3. I gave it to my nephew because he was like, "Oh man, I had a PS3 and I had and he had to sell it because for some reason he had to sell it and all his games." I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." And I was like, "I got a halfway working PS3 over here. Yeah, man, you can have it. Go ahead." And I gave it to him, and little controller and stuff. So I was like, "Hey," and he went to. I guess he went to GameStop or whatever, but he was looking for Folklore because that was like his jam. He's like, I love this game. So he bought like an extra controller and Folklore, and boom, he's good. I was like, all right, cool. Happiness. Although I was like, man, you should play some. I should have given him the Xbox One, but I don't want to give him that Xbox One because it's the OG one, even though he doesn't have anything and stuff. And then you have to buy all new games and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Maybe one day. Arama kidnapped, huh? Sean Layden didn't leave. Wait, he didn't leave? Thought he was leaving. Your boss locked your promoters. SG doesn't want to go online PS4 because his PSN name is SG Loves Sony. No, it's not. It's actually I think it's Lord SG, if I'm not mistaken. I got the name I wanted because nobody has creative naming skills on PlayStation Network. I guess I was like, oh, I just put it on there. It's there. I was like, oh, cool. Layden bumped up a position last month. Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, you're right. I misspoke. He didn't leave, but he's not the CEO dude anymore, which matters because before Phil, there was Donnie Boy, Don Matrick, and he was a bad person in that role, and he made mistakes, and Xbox suffers. Granted, it's not all, I mean, I guess it was all, final say him to not just Satya Nadella, yeah, whatever his name is. But now with Phil in the role, things are working better, right? So was Sean Layden the glue that was holding the PlayStation 4 success together? Because the new guy's coming from PlayStation Online. He was running. Was he running that? I think he was running the online PlayStation's online stuff. I think, if I remember correctly. According to Yoshida, PlayStation Network is a very strong entertainment platform for all Sony, very suitable for video and music content. I'm telling you, man, they're like. Sean Layden does use his hands too much, like Matrick did. Yeah. And he's got a weird body shape. I'm not trying to body shame him or nothing, but, if you're going to be on TV, if you're going to be in front of the camera, then, go to the gym or something. Go paleo. Go get on a keto. Something. I'm just saying. It's not, to me, it doesn't matter, but he always looked like that dude from Harry Potter. He looked like Ron's rat. What was his name? I can't remember his name. But when he turned into a human and he had like the rat, he kind of looks like him. I need to do a Photoshop of that. Put them next to each other. For real. He's got no neck. Metric has way too much neck. That is true. They were exact opposites. Metric was like a giraffe, and Layden is like a turtle. Turtle. That's very true. That's one of the that's I think one of the things that when I look at him, I'm like, yeah, something's off. Because I mean, a lot of people are visual, and I'm visual in the fact that I draw. So, Billy knows about that. So you look at it like, you look at proportions when you're looking at people. It's not like, I'm not like searching for, oh, your ears are... Like today, we were watching like Meet the Press or whatever, and Marco Rubio comes on, he's like, blah, he's talking, right? I'm like, I just noticed it, or I just realized it, or I noticed it way before, forgot about it, and re-noticed it. Marco Rubio's ears are huge, because he was like straight on like that, and his ears were like bigger like this. Let me pull up a picture of your boy. Dude, I was like, what the hell? Why is his ear so big? That's what I said. There they go. Look at that. Let me get the image. I'm gonna pull up when it's head on, when it's front on front. Oh, you can't do it that way. Come on, son. Open it. Look at them ears, son. So let me change the thing. Look at... Come on, Mark. Look at those ears are big. Let me see what else you got. Big ears. That's a good angle. Hide it. You ain't get the hair cover. Big ears. You're never not gonna unsee him now. You be like, dang, Marco Rubio got some big ears. Look at them big ears. Try to hide him with a little haircut. That's not working. Imagine he was bald. Big ears. He looks really... Oh, wow. That's a good caricature right there. That's big ears. Really big ears. When he smiles, the ears look even bigger. They're like he's about to take off Dumbo. That's okay. He's gotten older. Big ears. Big. That's a good angle. He's sad. About to cry. Was he debating Trump at that point? Still big ears. That's a good one because shadow ears. He's like, need some water. He's like, that's not funny. Stop making fun of my ears. He's like, oh, let me pull out my ear reducer cream real quick. I have big ears. How you doing? Look at the silhouette of my big giant ears. Okay, I'm done. But I'm just saying, he got some big ears. Okay, in an event, Layden didn't take over until after the PS in any event. Well, yeah, you know what? That's true. Billy, what's his name? Before him was the bomb. He was the best thing that happened to PlayStation, and he quit once everything was good. He was like, oh, I gotta go. And then Sean Layden rode the wave. So was it really Sean? I think it was the totally forgot the other guy's name. He's a really cool guy. I really liked him. He's a really nice guy. And then he said he's just a look at those double flaps. Yeah, some big ears. Looks like Comcast issued an emergency alert. For what? Is it raining too much? For what? All right. Back to the article. Traditionally, Sony has kept its gaming, music, and movie business siloed off from each other. In the coming years, he said, those groups have been instructed to work together more closely. What does that mean? That's me talking. Tornado for all of Miami-Dade County. Oh. Well, batten down the hatches there, Tiger Cloud. Go in your storm shelter. I hope you have you probably don't have a storm shelter. Go in your interior room. Is your house... You have a concrete CBS block, right? Block house. You don't have one of them old-ass wooden houses, do you, Tiger Claw? I hope not. Because that's the thing. Bridget be like, oh, let's get this house. I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, that's a wooden house. We have hurricanes. I don't think so. Crazy. You out your damn mind. Give me the blocks. My little bungalow's made of blocks. I'd probably chill up in here. I probably wouldn't be too safe. I need to put a thing on. Anyway. Okay. keep going. The longest article read ever. Wow. I'm already okay. I'm gonna finish this and then we're gonna do the music thing because that's how we do it. Excuse me. While he's not wrong about PlayStation Network's ability as a digital service to enable content purchases management, it's a service purpose built for the most recent PlayStation game consoles. While PlayStation Network could be expanded into an entertainment service, it shouldn't be. Core gaming audiences have repeatedly demonstrated their lack of interest in gaming platforms being brought in. Look no further than Microsoft's announcement of the Xbox One. The focus on television, sports, and smart functionality was perfect trifecta of bad press for the console. Well, it didn't help. PlayStation 9. Sony tried to convert its very popular gaming service into an entertainment. Sony trying to convert its very popular gaming service into an entertainment service demonstrates a lack of understanding about why people love PlayStation. It handles gaming very well, and attempts to broaden that are likely to be balked at by its most loyal users. I could talk. I learned it in school. Couple that with the cross-play situation, and you've got two clear signs of Sony demonstrating hubris. Similar to how Microsoft acted before and after introducing a console that many people didn't want. So some of that had to do with Microsoft's Xbox leadership at the time, which was going through a lot of changes. Sony is seemingly going through the same thing, with executives being swapped all over the place. Former PlayStation CEO Sean Layden is no longer in charge of PlayStation. John Kodera, that's who it is. Now it's John Kodera. The company's latest CEO, Kenichiro Yoshida, is the main quoted above speaking about PlayStation Network. He became CEO in April 2018, and he replaced former PlayStation leader turned CEO Kaz Hirai. Yoshida's background is in finance. That said, we are still at least a year, if not more, from new Xbox and PlayStation. Rumors point to 2020, blah, blah, blah. Sony is far from the position that Microsoft was in during the first year of the Xbox One's life, but recent signs point to exactly the type of shift we saw at Microsoft before the launch of the Xbox One. Yeah, so that's that. And that's the thing. It's like, there's a few things that they can do, but there's a few things that they need to do. Right? So what Sony needs to do is PS5 needs to be 100,000% backwards compatible with the PS4. No if, no ands, no buts. Also, the PS5 must make those PS4 games automatically better. No, let me get the HD PS5 version, better version. No. You get the PS4 version, you put it in your PS5, 8K. I mean true 4K, 60 frames. Automatic. That's what it needs to do. If they don't do that, at the least, the reason why I say this is because that's what the Xbox One X, that's what the X1X does. You put in a game, it gives you the best version of that game that could possibly be had. You know, versus like if you have a regular Xbox One S and you have an X, you put one disc, same disc in the S, and you put it in the X, it looks better on the X. That's what the PS5 needs to do with backwards compatibility, and that's what the X does for 360 games that are backwards compatible. You put it in, if you have the disc, you put it in, or if you buy it from the store, you play it, boom. It's if it's not 4K native, it's close to 4K, and they get it up to there. And it's still, it'll shoot out 4K, but it'll upscale it up to a point. Like, whatever it is, 1800, whatever. So, the PlayStation 5 needs to do those things at the least. It needs to be 100% backwards compatible with PS4, and it needs to make those games better. When you play it on the PS5, it needs to play better. Also, I'm not saying they need to do this, but it would help them. It would help them stay on top. They need to have backwards compatibility for the PlayStation VR version 1. If they don't do that, how many people are going to go back and buy another PS? How many people who bought the PSVR are going to go buy PSVR 2? You know? I mean, if you bought it now when it's $199, you might buy the new one. The new one's not gonna be $199 though. It's gonna be like $300 at least. You know, I probably say $400 because that's what they were charging. You know, and they're gonna throw in some goofy controllers because they want to make more money, charge more. So you know, we'll see. I want PSVR 2 to be made to take advantage of PS5 games. Yeah, I mean that's the plan. I think that's what the plan is. Oh yeah, no, I agree. But also, well, I would assume that the PS4, those older versions would be compatible with PS5 stuff. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think PS5 VR stuff would be dope. I think like based on what they've been able to do with the PlayStation VR on PS4, yeah, PS5 VR is gonna be crazy nice. And plus, they're doing inside-out tracking instead of having those goofy camera. So it's gonna be better tracking. You're gonna have room scale tracking, and if it's wireless, that's it. That's good. They're good to go. But with all of that, ching ching, you're gonna be $500 at least. Not necessarily depending on how tracking technology works. Yeah, no, they have the inside-out stuff. That's what Microsoft's using on PC. All those third-party. There's little cameras on both sides right here, boop, boop, and it just tracks the room. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you don't need the camera. They don't need to. I don't think consoles need to have specific cameras at all anymore. Because like the Xbox One, you can put any webcam on it and it works. They implemented that a while ago. You just plug it in, boom. So you can have a camera. It's not to Kinect, but you can have, if you want to have a webcam, you know, you can do that. Yeah. So that's a cool thing. But yeah. So the inside out tracking. I mean, that's the thing now. If it's in, so I guess the lenses on the headset are wide enough that it would capture your see, that's so I know it's gonna be like it's kind of like the see, I don't actually know how they would do that. And I'm trying to think like how's the inside out tracking done on the PC, and what are they using? I don't know if they're using specific controllers, you know. I don't know, that'd be weird. Anyway, yeah, that was that. That was the story I wanted to talk about. What else? What have I been playing? I've still been playing Kingdom 2 Crowns. I played a whole bunch of that game, and then I was like, oh, I want to play because there's two different flavors. There's like the Anglo-Saxon, if you will, and then they have the Asian. So you have like a samurai riding a horse, and you have like little ninjas and stuff. Like, I was like, oh, okay, let's do that. That's more closely to my heritage. The samurai, more like ninja. Were there Chinese samurai? I don't think so. I've mostly been impressed with PSVR, but had my first tracking issues trying to shoot as basketball in Rec Room. Yeah, that's the main thing about the tracking, the way that it's set up now with the camera and the headset and stuff, is that the tracking isn't the best. It's not. It shifts. Jeff Gerstmann, he gets motion sickness because of it kind of shudders and stuff. I mean, I think they supposedly fixed that and when they revised it. But if you have a first version of the PSVR, then that's a hot piece of garbage because it doesn't even have the HDR pass through. Like if you have an HDR TV and you have the Pro and you have it plugged in and you're playing a game, it'll pass through the PSVR. I think it was the box, and it would disable the HDR functionality. So you have to unplug the PSVR totally and plug it directly back into your stuff in order to get your HDR on. I mean, yeah, Rec Room is janky. Yeah, I mean it's made that way. It's kind of like it's first person. It feels like a physicsy type of game. I mean, there are a lot of physics in it, but you know, I mean, based off the PC version I saw, I was like, oh, okay. I would assume the PC version probably is a little bit better. as far as tracking, because you're using either Vive or Oculus, which are better at tracking than PSVR. So if you're just basing it off the PlayStation version, it's probably more janky than it should be. Because I remember when I tried the Oculus, I didn't have any tracking issues. It was pretty good. It was a slight screen door thing on it, but I was like, whatever. This is like the first, well, not the first version of Oculus, but I think it was the first final consumer level Oculus. Pace says, if I listen to DPO, I'm gonna rage. My Sunday's going alright so far, so I'm not gonna listen. But you tell him. Oh, R9. What? I'm not talking about bad stuff. And besides, I'm about to go do music now. So, Pace, if you want to listen to me create music, because I have to create a new song tonight because it's Sunday, and every Sunday we start a new track with the music challenge. And at the beginning of the show, you heard the little vocals that I did for that one song, Adrift, about being in space. You want to hear? Here you go. So great. Barely hear that. It's really low. We just disagree on game boxes. Oh, I turned off the vocals. Hold up. I gotta listen to this real quick. So we're gonna the game show talk about this. The video game talk of this presentation has concluded, and now we're gonna do the music. Even though there's a guy named Not SG on my PSN friends list, and I'm pretty sure it's him. That's funny. Wow, I didn't know. Not SG. That's funny. I'm gonna have to friend that person if I can ever get. I have to get another PS3 or 4. I wish the PS4 was backwards compatible. Then I would be like, yes. Even though I only have one. Well, actually, I gave my games away. So anyway, let me see. Let me try and see. No, not that one. Scene. There's a scene. We're gonna turn the camera that way, man. And you put it over there. See the pretty. Ooh, that's my contraptions. Wait. Oh boy, I did some rewiring and I totally screwed up my I totally screwed up. Ugh. Drop my phone. Okay, that's a little better. There you go. That's better. Alright. Let's see. Is that good? I got enough wire? Alright. Excuse me. Alright, now is the time when we do the musics. Now this is the second track. This is the second week track with the writing. I wrote 2 verses. I have to get somebody to come in.
Gaze into infinity, space is so silent, it tends to resent me to a place, tasting the energy. Can I be reaching the exosphere happily? Like, yep, I never stepped on a satellite. Can I get a cup of stardust just for the night? Obvious, the flight might be dangerous, hazardous to the human beings, being fools who endanger us. Maybe just trust the captain who will thrust us past the Kuiper belt. Never felt such injustice. Should have been here a million years ago. Maybe so. Certain people want technology to cease and never grow. Never showed how I almost didn't ever flow. Never too late.
Video game talk is over, Pace.
To never know. It's crazy. There's some realities the myth of.
It's over, Pace. We're not talking about video games anymore.
Oh, just let us go. I wanna fly away with you, my dear. From here, just let me know if you are willing. I got you, so have no fear. Just let us show how the improbable turn to the possible. Oh, just let us go. Oh, just let us go. When I think about how our chemistry combines to create another state, it amazes me crazily. Flying through gamma rays, it pleases me. The nebula are certainly beautiful. Stop teasing me easily.
Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, so that's saved. Let's do a new track, baby. I love new tracks. The only problem with new tracks is that you start from zero scratch. and that's what I do. I'm not gonna cheat and listen to the rain. Okay, you can't really hear it. I'm not gonna cheat and do like, oh, here's a new track. Pretend it's new. See, you can't see the screens right here, but this is a new track. All I got is piano. I don't even have my freaking thing. Wait, that's not right. There it is. So, what I've been doing, not for any particular, I've just been fascinated on other people's kind of processes as far as music production, and I've been watching. It's like a couple years old now, but it's the I think it's a record roulette. I think is what they call it, where they take a producer, pretty known producer from I guess back in the day or whenever, 90s, 80s, 90s. Mostly, this is what I've seen. And blindfold, they go in a record store, they get blindfolded, they pick 3 records at random, and then they make a beat out of it. And so I saw Eric Sherman, I saw Prodigy, I saw who else was it? I saw a couple other people, and I was like, okay, that's kind of fascinating. And I have my turntable. I was like, shoot, I should bust out my turntable, yo. I was like, what? And I was looking around. I was like, where am I gonna? I got space, right, to put it somewhere. I'm gonna put it in like. I could do it. So, first thing when you're creating a beat is to figure out the tempo. Okay, where are you? So my brain is totally empty. I don't know what kind of track I want to do right now. I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to I need to find on the wrong freaking screen. I need to find my I need to organize my stuff. That's what I need to do. And I just made a whole bunch of other things. Anyway, I need to find my. Oh, I think it's in here. Is it in here? I'm gonna find. I have a loop of drums. A loop of drums. I have drum loops. There they go. There they go. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, what's this one? What is it? Yeah. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. I like the separation. That's alright. That's that's a little too. That's alright. Actually, that's not bad. That snare's not bad. I usually focus on the snares and the hats because I got kicks. I can make. Oh, that's not bad. That's a nice fat kick right there. I mean a snare. might grab that one. What else? What is it? What you got? What you got for me? What you got? Oh, that's the same as the one. Boop boop. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, I'll probably go a little longer so I can. This is always time consuming. That's all right. I like that. So far, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So far, I'm gonna use this one. I like this one. Unwarp it, and let's see where it's at here. I think it was this one, right? No, it wasn't that one. Oops. Was it that one? No, it was this middle one, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's do this. There we go. We gotta... I know I have to whatchamacallit. I gotta figure out a way to capture this stuff. So I haven't done it yet. Sorry. And I'm working off a laptop, so yeah, though. I had the camera set up. Well, I had the camera and my screen used to be on here, but I put another monitor on so I can have a bigger screen. So more real estate. So that's why you can't see it right now. Is it that? Yes. That. That's the snare and the hat. Take that. That's the snare and the hat. Take that. There's the snare and the hat. Oh yeah, I can grab that. There. What is that? I'll take that out of there. And I just need to. I'm not triple. I hate that stuff, man. Be tripping, yo. Triple be tripping on me. I'll be like, yo, what the hell is going on? Why my beats be like all messed up? It's right on there. Alright. And then you do it here. And then you'll go here. So let's see. Snares are boomed. Papped. Where are you? Boom, pap. Oh, I gotta take all that. Gotta take all that out. Because that's gonna definitely mess it up. Because if we're like this, right, and we're actually, I don't want to take it. That might work. No, it won't work. Oh, actually, that's close. That's close. Let me just do. So it'd be on the 2 and the 4, right? Yeah. No, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Yeah, 2 and 4. Like I said, 2 and 4. So it'll be what am I? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's do this. I usually I can't even talk. I usually oh. Whoop. Need to loop that. Alright, so let me grab this kick. Oh no, that's the that's the hat. I need to grab the hat real quick. Let's see. Hold on, let me. This and this. Oh yeah, how many? So I got 2 different ones in here. I got the and I got the which is good. I guess like 2 variations. So that's a good one. That's a good chicka chicka, and this is a good one, little one. So it'd be like this. So I need another track. So what I do is I figure out my patterns on this. Since this one is pretty, oops, sorry about that. It's pretty, it's not smooth. Is that the word? So I'll do one every quarter. Boom, 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 boom. So it's just 1, 2, 1, 2, basically. You know. So it'll go. Now I don't need the metronome anymore. I don't need the metronome anymore, cause I got my own. 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 Oh, I got my own, yo. I got my Yeah, I might have to cut that snare back a little bit more. Boom, pat, boom, pat, boom, boom, pat, pat, boom, pat, 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 pat. So if I do this, now I have kind of like a double, but I'm just alternating the sounds. Cheating. Know what I mean? So SNG. Yeah, Shadow. SNG completely turned into a Sony fanboy and thus ignores SG. Never thought I'd see the day. SNG? Oh, Shadow Next Gen, yeah. That's okay. Hey, you like what you like, right? The thing is, this... Let me see what happens. I want to see something. No, we're not doing that. I was going to reverse it like Paul Revere, but that doesn't work all the time. That's okay, Shadow. That's okay, Shadow. That's okay, Shadow. Now I'm gonna find the kick on this because you know we can't be leaving them out. Okay, that's not the right one. It's here, right? Nope. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Oh, there's some open stuff in there too. I gotta grab that stuff. Ooh. Excuse me. Excuse me, princess. Alright, so I need more tracks. Oh, no, I need just one more track for the kick. One more track for the kick. And I'll put some open hats. Where the open hats at though? No. Oh, it's over here. Oh, there you go. Those are on kicks though, so I gotta figure out where are we at. Where we at though? Oh, 6. Here we go. 6. Close, not close, but shrink it down. Excuse me. It's frankly shocking. Yes, I know. I tend to drive people away. Actually, I don't know about that. Oh, see, that's a good one. That one I can use because there's no kick or anything in there. So this one right here ends on that snare, but I don't need the snare. I don't need the snare. All right, so what would it be? So here we go. I don't know. I don't really like that actually. It's all right, but the snare comes in too quick. You can't really mess with it. I'll leave that for now. Let me grab the kick. Grab the kick. Make it thick. Grab the kick. Make it thick. Where's the kick? Oh. Oh, okay. it's the first note is a bear kick. It's a bear kick. Rawr. Not the type of bear. Excuse me. Wow. Wow. Sorry. My I'm just dying. It's okay. I'm so old. I don't know what going on. Excuse me. So we have to find out where the kick starts. We gotta take it off the grid. To doom. It's not that one. It's wait, is there another one? Hold on. So where's the bone? What's the first one here? It's hard to tell because these waves are so. Oh, I see it. It's right there. It's very small. So I'll use it, but I'll bring it up. I don't know what it's gonna sound like though. Wow. That's not that good. I'll probably just use the real one. You know, I use the real one because that works. Because I mean, there's a hat in there anyway, so it doesn't matter, you know. So now we can figure out what the pattern will be. Well, this one here anyway, and then we can figure out. We could lock down a BPM because we haven't done it yet, which I said we were gonna, but we didn't. That's okay. That's okay. All right, so. Oh. Wait, is that the same one? Let me see. No, it's not. I'm grabbing this one too. This is a juicy tat. That's a juicy hat right there. Give me that juicy hat. Yay, baby. Give me that juicy hat. It's so juicy. Oops, I did the wrong clickos. Give me that juicy hat. Yeah, baby. Get that juicy. That's a nice little raspy sound. Too bad I can't have that all the time. You know? Give me that juicy hat. Yeah, baby. I'm on 1/8. Excuse me. I think that should be good. Wait a second. Yeah, it's good. I don't think I have that anywhere else, right? I don't. No, and this one is. Oh, and that's a snare. And that's the other small little. Yeah, okay. So now I have 3 different hats. I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe I should do that on the second. Let's see. Oops. Oops. Let's do this. Let's just do this and then I'll mess with it. I wanted to fatten up that second one a little bit. Alright. Wow. Alright. So wait. Alright, I gotta find out what that sound's coming from. Cause you hear the. Okay, not that one. Oh, it's that one. It's the one I just put on. Okay. Alright, no problem. No problem. Figure out. Let's do it like that. Oh. Not good. Yeah, alright. Son of a bastard. Son of a bastard, you son of a gun. Alright. Now let's do it again. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. That's better. Alright. I'm gonna have to do whatchamacallits. Yeah. Maybe triples. I don't wanna do no triples. I don't wanna do no triples. So, oops. Come on. Stop playing. Take the triple off again. Right there. Bap. Let me put an EQ on this real quick because it's really annoying me. That sound is just like it's a little too crispy. You know what I mean? So we're at 60 hertz. Yeah. You suck. Oh no, you don't. Need to name this before something crashes or something. Alright, this is gonna be called Crashes. Yeah. Crashes. Good name. That's a good name. It's a good wholesome name. Crashes. Oh shit. Yeah. good speed. I don't want to go too fast, right? It's at 100 right now, so it's like I don't want to really go too fast. I'ma just send my own bloods and on blast. When I'm not spending on money, don't last. I'm running out of money on cash. Everybody money's on penny, on crap. Tibeton, zibidon, brat. I think I'm gonna put a little boom on that. Put a little 808 on that. Put an 808 on that. Making sure nobody hate on that. We're gonna blow it like this on that. We're gonna make it like fat on tracks. We're gonna make it like I don't remember where they are. Oh yeah. I guess I'll use. Actually, let me see. Make it juicier. There we go. Oh. Sure. Alright, let's see. Let's play with the tempo here, because this is feeling too New Jack Swingy for me. You know what I mean? Oh, we can go faster, huh? No. 98. That's the main reason why I did that. So I can have another screen for my plugins. Let's do that. It did extend this bite. Another one. So I can have some room. Alright, ready? Ready. Messed up one of those notes. The timing was way off. I heard it. I was like, it's just one note, hopefully. Yeah. Ooh. Everybody wants to be tumbling. I'ma blow with the spot, the rumbling. Let me see if the other lyrics work on this excuse. I'm gonna try excuse on this real quick. Come on. Alright. Let's try this. Ready? Yo. Master of everything, jacker of none. Flash in your chest, your crest, you better run. Smashing the rest is sex, or you were done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the bliss as I feel your dead cells. I can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, cause your name ain't the way. And I'm saying, seems like you flaking just playing. I checked your last album, written in crayon. Similar to Robert, looking for chickens to prey on. Looking for a court, anything for you to play on. Maybe ask Kim, she got a shelf to put your tray on. The rhyme scheme is whack, go back to dad puns. Listen to my style, you could bite it, have some. I got 1,000 burgers, delicious, yum yum. I gotta go with the flow, bye bye, you guys have fun. Scared cause you think you possibly will lose. Dude's gonna blink, I think you better choose. Run with your tail or get verbal abuse. I don't know, to me, that sounds like an excuse. Put the smack crack, Terry Crews. Blues and black is how you act when you bruise. I don't know, yo, to me that sounds like an excuse. Stella on crash, the brothers on smash. Eyelashes, the cleavage flash, put them on blast. Quick to the mass. Better than ever though. Oh man, I messed that up. Anyway, I mean that works for that, but I'm not gonna use it for that. I already got a beat for that. Alright. I think excuse me, let me try bass with that. I might just leave that one a piano, but I always like to try a little bass on there, see what we got here. Oops. No, I don't like that one. Let's try Takata. Nah, going back to piano. I want to move over to some synths. I might do a synth with this part too. That's what I was kind of thinking. It's loud because it's doubling up and my voice is going cause I did vocals all day and I don't have any juice. Maybe I should have prepared a little bit better. Excuse me. Boom. Right. That's a louder. Alright, let's do a synth on that bad boy. Maybe like a synthy bass. So we're gonna take that off. Bass is that. So I will move it. Yes. Below 1, man. What you doing? Zip. There we go. Still a little low, actually. Yeah, let me go up one more. This isn't the one I'm gonna use. This is what I used on the last song. I loved it too. I was like, oh shoot. On a higher key, sounds good. Alright, I don't like none of this, so this part isn't happening. So we're just gonna leave that piano for now. Oh, actually, let me I know where I need to go. like that one bit. Alright, so let's go back. This is what happened last week. I started a track. I didn't even use it. Actually, that's a lie. I used a little bit of it. I used a piece of it, like the drums, and I put it on a drift. Put the drums on a drift. Smash them. Just as like a sample though. Alright. Find him. What's happened here? What is this bullshit? Oh man, I gotta do that over. Son of a bits. What if I do? Shoot. God dog it. God dog it, man. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad right now. Okay, I gotta do it over. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. It's alright. Oh, there we go. Good. I was about to say. This note, I'm gonna change. So I think it should be on one. I need to turn this off. And you need right there. I think that's where I want it to be. Yeah. That last part. Not two notes into bit. I want to just bury those two last notes, whatever. So it's let's go back up. I think that'll be probably be the hook. Sounds more like a hook because that synth is pretty biting. I think what I'm going to do is probably put in a different instrument with that playing. Yo, yo. Remember to always record those tails, because that's sometimes a good way to end it. Or you could take the tail and actually put it inside of the song, like you could loop it, and it sounds pretty dope sometimes. And so let's loop this whole thing right here. I definitely have to put a bass line in there somewhere, but that's going to be more of a hook. So I don't think I need it in the first. I don't think I need it in the second one. If we're doing 16 bars again, we'll do this. Boom. And then I will delete these. We don't need you guys. And then we'll delete this one and this one. Oops. Yeah. No, that's the wrong thing. Delete this one, this one, and this one. And then I don't even know where I moved this. I gotta put this back because I need to put in a different instrument.
Thank you.
this. I'm just gonna use the first parts. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I gotta say bye-bye on all games because I'm only supposed to go to 9 o'clock. I'll go to 9:30. All right. Actually, let me listen to this before I chop it up. I want to see what it sounds like. Wit it on there. I don't know if it's gonna work on this. Yeah, it does work. Okay. It's not the right speed. So this is what I'll do. Copy and paste there. Then I'll chop this up. Boop. I'll take you out. You out. Let me see. Got here. Oh, it's not on. How about you turn it on? There's a lot going on there, so I gotta take something out. So this one goes up here. Let me take that out. Let's see what it sounds like. Like that. Kind of like that too. I think that might fit better with the hook. Let me see. Let me pull it over here real quick. See what it sounds like. this on loop for like 2 minutes because I gotta run inside real quick. Be right back. You 2 minutes. Oh man, that's not bad. I turned off the piano. All right. I need a little aguito. It's all gone now. Oh man, that's good. Also, pro tip: do not drink cold water when you're about to do lyrics. When you're about to sing. Just before, when I left, I was hearing strings, so I'm gonna put some strings in next. I'm gonna browse a little bit more for. Starting to get a bass line too. Line down, so I will move this over. Find me a bass sound. Well, just yeah, I'll just do it with that, and then I'll plug it in. Excuse me. Ready? beep. There you go. Let's do so it should be. Oh, this is first. Oh, you dummy. You big dummy. Join these bad boys together. Alright, so now let's find a bass sound. Whoa. Thank you, Billy. I'm trying to make it interesting, but this is a long, tedious process. Especially when I try to use different type of sounds. Whoa. Whoa, wait a second. That's the tom? That's not a... Okay, it is tom. Whoa, that's got some low stuff in there, man. I'm gonna have to remember that. Yeah. Alright, next. Well, let me try the sub first. I'm not liking that piano anymore, so I might not even put that in there. Yo, I messed it up. Alright, let me try something here. So that's there. We'll put that back there. And we'll do this. I'll just leave it there. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Master of everything, jacker of none. Flasher if chittis, you better run. Smashing the rest is sexy. We're done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the best says, that's alright. The problem with that sub is that it's really mainly for sustained notes, not like that, so I need something a little more punchy. That's the bottom. That's the bottom. That's the bottom. That's the bottom. Oh, I was already over here, right? Yeah. That's the problem. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I might reference that. That's a good idea. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for the idea. I'm not gonna use that title, but I might use talking about those games that are gone by, lost in time. That's not bad. I think there's a bass that I really like. It's like it's got some grit to it. It's got some bottom to it. That's what I'm looking for. That's not bad. A little too loose though. Nope. 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 Wait, Pumpy Subby. Hold up. Oh no, I know what that. Nope. That wasn't it. That twist is not bad. No, they're not here. I must have passed it. Because there's this one bass that's like, boom! I'm like, oh, that's my bass! I just can't remember what it's called. There. I think it might be in here somewhere. No, I think I did this one. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's not it. Hold up. Oh, they have a sub here. Yeah, but it's kind of weak. That's weird. No! I might just go back to a jazz bass. I don't know, man. But I need to put some bottom in it regardless. Not the wrong place, but I'm looking for the wrong sound. I might have to go back to the real sounds. Sun. Why is that so quiet? First of all, this whole thing is too high. I gotta pull it down an octave. So you go. It's like, why is that note so long? So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna mix it with another one because I like the bottom on that one. Plus, I like the sound of the pizzy one. Whoa. Okay, that's too loud. God dog it. Jeez, man. Why you gotta be so loud? Master of everything, jacker of none. Flash in your chest, your crest, you better run. Smashing the rest is X, so you were done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the bliss as I feel your dead cells. I can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, cause your name ain't the Wayne. I'm saying, it seems like you fake it just playing. And we're done with that part. Oh, I'm a dummy. What was this one? Right. What was that one? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Wait a second. See, I think it was. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I need to do. I want to see what it sounds like, but I don't think I need to. What did I just do? There we go. I don't think I need to do the 2-bit. Well, I want to see. I want to see. And we got it. And we got a bit. And we did it upright. So let's see what the upright sounds like. Alone. With the bass. Kind of like that. So we're gonna put it in there, just like this. Master of everything, jacker of none. Change and you better run. Smashing the rest is X, so you were done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the bliss as I feel your dead cells. I can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, cause your name ain't the Wayne. I'm saying, it seems like you figure just plain. I checked your last album, written in crayon, similar to Robert Security, but I'm a play on. I gotta stop it because I don't want it to keep going. Alright, so let's just loop that all the way so we'll do some drops and stuff. Now let's get back to the part where we were working on before, the cut up part, the flavor sprinkles. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Actually, that sounds kind of dope with that instrument. I'm doing that one. I'm using it's a happy accident. I never used the bass as a staccato like instrument like that. Like I usually use strings or something, but that one sounds like juicy and stuff. So I'll just EQ it up a little bit. We're good to go. Master of everything. None. Like in your chest. Rest gun. Smashing the rest of sex, so you were done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the bliss as
says I can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, cause your name ain't the way I'm saying. It seems like you think they're just playing. And you know what? I'm an idiot, dumb. Let's do it again. Yeah, master of everything, jacker of none. Flash to your chest, your quest, you better run. Snatch it the president, so you were done from one. The beat is seat, you better come. Weakness and bleeds, like your red cells. Can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, cause your name ain't the Wayne. I'm saying, it seems like you figure just playing. I'm saying. What's cool about that is I can put in some, actually I think I will. Let me see something here. Alright, the cool thing about it is that the delay, I recorded the delay so I don't have to have a plugin on that. I mean, it sucks that I have no control over it, but that's fine. It's more like a sample anyway. I need to EQ that up a little bit. I want to be crispier. Crispy, man. Where's Mick? Not doing this. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ooh, somebody squirps. Let's get that crispy. Oh, that's good. Actually, I like that a lot. We're just gonna put that there, and then we're gonna go here, and we're gonna put that, whatchamacallit, the synth that was kind of there, but something needed to be there first, and that's what we did. We found it, and boom, bam. Know what I mean? What time is it? 9:37. Hey, just let me know, Derek H or whoever, if I need to get off for all games. You let me know. I'd rather have live. You know, live music sessions all up in here. I'll go all night. I won't go all night, but I could go another hour. I get on a roll. I'll be like, ah. Oh, that sounds like what I said. Ah. Sequencer. Let's do sequencer. Let's do this. Let's solo it. Let's concentrate. Nah. I am partial to the sound because I used it in the last track. I just like it because it's space. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna. Maybe I'll write about space again. If so, I might use this. But it already has a delay on it, so if let me take the ping pong off. See what it sounds like without it. Okay, I might have to edit it over here. So what is, oh, it's minus an octave. See, does that work? There of everything, jacker of none. Flash in your chest, you crush, you better run. Smash in your chest. I got drums. I can't do it without can't do it without the drums. Ha! Master of everything, jacker of none. Flash in your chest, you crush, you better run. Smashing the rest is X, so you were done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the bliss as I feel your dead cells. I can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, cause your name ain't the Wayne. I'm saying it seems like you faking just playing. I checked your last album, written in crayon. Similar to Robert, looking for chickens to prey on. Looking for a chord, anything for you to play on. Maybe ask Kim, she got a shelf to put your tray on. Your rhyme scheme is whack, you better I'm stirring, you could better have some. I got 1,000 burgers, delicious, yum yum. I gotta go with the flow. Bye bye, you guys are fun. Scared cause you think you possibly will lose. Dude's gonna blink, I think you better choose. Run with your tail or get verbal abuse. I don't know. Oh, here it is. That was too loud. Stella on crash, the brothers on smash, eyelashes, the cleavage flash, put him on blast, and equate to the mass. I'll pass on whatever you're paying for that trash. Better than ever and longer to infinity. Excuse me, I'm about to die, you're losing me. It's obvious and actually factual, you choosing me. Minimal, which what's a blasphemy? It has to be something over. Hey, I was second verse. Here we go. I gotta try it out. Stoopy. Stella on crash, the brothers on smash, eyelashes, the cleavage flash, put it on blast. You can't equate to the mass. I'll pass on whatever you pay for that cash. Better than ever and longer than infinity. Excuse me, about to die, you're losing me. It's obvious and actually factual, you're choosing me. The boozing me is minimal, habitual's a blasphemy. It has to be something over nothing and exclusively top. Not what it used to be. The dude in me thinks it wasn't scrutiny, the root of me. That dumb man, the one man walking around, I climb with thunder, I got suntan. A dumb plan to build a barrier. You better jump in your helicarrier, cause I'm about to get hella scared, cause you think you possibly will lose. Dude's gonna blame. Alright, that's alright. You know, I might actually throw this rhyme on this beat, and then you gotta rewrite. Or maybe I'll slow down the other one. I think the other one might be too fast, cause this is 98. I think the other one is actually, I think the other one is 98 too. So just saying. Okay, that's good. I'm using that. It felt good. I was like, ooh, okay. Ooh. Even though it was the same sound, which is, I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to be a little varieties, but sometimes you get stuck on something. You're like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna use you. You're. I'm feeling you right now. Sound. I talk to my sounds. Yo, master of everything, jack of none. Flash in your chest, you crash, you better run. Smashing the rest is X, so you were done from one. The beat is sweet, you better come. Witness the bliss as I feel your dead cells. I can't tell if you're an idiot or you just can't spell. I can't smell what you're cooking, is your name ain't the Wayne. I'm saying, it seems like you think it just playing. I checked your last eye. That's a long tail on that one, man. Alright. Are you done? Is it an 8-bar freaking... Wow. That was almost an 8-bar freaking decay on that freaking frickin'. That was interesting. Oh, I need to do whatchamacallit. Let me do this. Control J consolidates the MIDI information so that you can just slippy slide it. Alright, that's good. I like that. I like that. It's kinda ominous, kinda epic. Yeah, I was in there dancing around like I'm gonna write. It's called Crash, right? So maybe let's create a scenario, right? Since the last one is called wow, what was it called again? My brain doesn't work. Adrift. So adrift in space, whether by purpose or not. Okay, that's still too loud. Just barely loud. I'm trying to move the other computer mouse. There you go. Okay, wait. So that one. Ooh, maybe I'll do a double chorus first. That'd be tight, right? Alright, what I have to do first though is I need to move everything over. Oops, I just messed up. I need to move everything over because I just messed up again. Such an idiot. Alright, gotta move everything over. I just do it. No, I gotta do it this way. Oh, I gotta do
everything over because I need intro time. So what do I want? 4 bars? 4 bars of intro, right? Which is... Where is it? Because I don't start at 1, I start at 2, so that's 5. Boom. 5. Gives me some room, and then I can dupe it. And then take this last one off, because it's not going to be a double chorus on the second one. Just do a quick little formatting here. So we got a little space for intro, first verse, double chorus, or not necessarily a double chorus, but I think I'll do something kind of different with it. So it's time-wise is a double chorus, but not format-wise. I won't do the chorus twice. I'll do something else. You know, something creative, whatever. Then another verse, regular chorus, and then probably a breakdown. So let's dupe it again. Dupe it to the double. Oops. That way I have a good I have the format. And I can write. I mean, this is a quick and dirty, easy way to just throw a beat together so you can write. I wouldn't recommend doing it this way all the time, because you know, if you want it to be organic and moving, then yeah, you want to build it differently. You know, maybe you want to just do a piano piece all the way through, like do a piano with the movements and everything, and then do like a bass line underneath, and then you could fill in the drums, you know, all the fills and all that stuff. It might take it might take longer that way, maybe. You know, if you write the lyrics first, it's just different ways. All right, so I want. Let me see. What's this? Oops, I'm gonna go here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I only did 3. I'm such an idiot. Well, I'll just move it over here. Move it to 1. There you go. There you go, like this. There you go, like this. And it didn't work. It didn't work again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Jeez. Alright, so what I want to do with this, I want to reverse it. Reverse it and see what it sounds like, actually. I like reversing sounds. Nope. Nah. I mean, I kind of like the. So if I clip that out, that might be dope. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's right here. So I'm gonna just take that. Let me move this up here. Paste. Maybe I'll do a. What just happened here? Okay, this is not right. What happened here? Oh, I probably did it wrong. Did I do it wrong? Did I? I had to do something wrong. Here it is. Or let me see. Maybe it's this way. Stop. Yeah, that was it. Okay. I'm a dummy. I think. Well, I know I am, but let's see. No. See. Okay. Right, so I had it right this way. boom, boom. Okay, done. All right, so this delete that. Let's see what it sounds like. Wait a second. Hold up. I think I might have had it right the other way. Let's see. No, it wasn't right. It was right this way. Because it's... Oops. Alright, so do that. So I'll go. Let me do this. Copy, paste, and that one goes. Yeah, that works. Let me go like this. Let me go like that. Boom. Fixed it. Alright. This is just a simple little intro. I'm not too attached to it, but strings. Y'all want some strings? I got some strings. I got the wrong string playing. That's what I did. I got some. Yo, I wanna understand when I just gotta try to freestyle. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I'll last a while, maybe I won't, cause my brain is like a child, very dumb and young and inexperienced with lyrics. Until I write some, you be like, that kid is kinda dope. Alright, so I like the sound of a nice solo cello. I had one and I don't know where it is. It's weird, right? You're about right there. Oops. No. This range. From without it being overbearing, too many strings. You know, I like it intimate, somber, juicy. Juicy is a very good adjective. Should use it everywhere you can use the word juicy. Do it. I'd be like, hey, this is a very juicy sandwich. That's okay, right? But like, yo, I use it on beats. Like I did the title track for Grashers. I'll play it real quick. The title track for Grashers, I described as juicy. I was like, it's so good. It's got like different let me make sure that's saved. No, it didn't save. Save, fool. Alright, okay. It's got different how do you say? Just different melodies that kind of just work. It's like one of the recent tracks that I did. I was like, well, that one is all right there. There it is. It's just for the title screen, so. But I was like, that's alright. And now I chopped the piano and, kind of stuff with it. That's it. It just loops. But yeah, that's the one I did. I was like, it's so juicy. I loved it. Sebsy said, I had a zit on my face. It was quite juicy. Billy had a zit on his ass. It was more juicy. What, his ass or the zit? I think you're talking about his booty. Trying to slip that in. I know how you be admiring Billy Okay's posterior. It's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with admiring your friends on how they look. Be like, yo, as long as it's not a female and you working, and then even not working, if it's on the street, and you be like, girl, you got juicy booty, and she be like, and you be like, oh, and then somebody's recording it because phones, and then you're on the internet and you're shamed. You're shamed forever. Excuse me. Still sick and dying. I hope I'm not dying. But if I am, well, we are all. Anyway, I keep back to the song. Alright, so Crashes. This is what this one's called, Crashes. So kinda like the PS4 when you put a fake. I'm just playing. I still didn't do the drums right. The kick needs to be. I'm gonna leave it right now, and I'm gonna take my time. To find. Actually, it's not really about taking my time to find the sound. I just need a little bit more punch in, and I can use a variety of different drums in there, and then EQ them if I need to. So it's not a big deal. I mean, we got the juicy. The juiciness is there. We'll get back to making it super juicy. Right now as it stands, I could actually start right into this, but I want to add some more flavor. And I want to add. feeling it. Not feeling it. It's just the texture ain't right. So I might have to go back to the other string. I said it. Oh my gosh. Or maybe let's try a horn real quick. Find the right instrument for that. I like how that starts though. It's a good start. It's that. So I might have to do some analog. Cause right now I got the instrument. I got the real instruments there in the bass and that pluck. And then I might have to do a synth. I think that's what my problem is. I'm like, let me go to mass. I just wanna hit the flow and everybody wanna do it like solo, and everybody wanna see how I go. Check out my fro, freaked out, YOLO. Every time when I go slow, everybody wanna look at me, pro. AG is the solo, it's the logo. Check it out, yo. That was pretty good. That was good. I won't forget it, but I'll forget it. I won't forget it, but I'll forget it. Get it? Got it good. Here we go. Wait a second. I want to... Actually, I'll put it in later if I need to. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna. Extra credit over here. Extra credit note was like, hey, I'm sneaking. My fingers were just dumb, that's all. Right. Reason why I did that so that I can figure out what sound I want there, because that's not the sound I'm going to use, obviously. Obviously. Alright. That bad boy. What's going on with this delay? Synced. Yeah. Where is it? Stop playing. Oh, it's that's not, it's probably not gonna work because I need to change oh, here it is. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll just throw that in there. Throw that in real quick. What time is it? 10. I'll go to 10:30. Well, I'll shut off all games at 10:30, and then I don't know if you guys are listening to all games or if you're listening on Twitch or Mixer or anything, but I'm on all those things as well. But I'll shut off all games because I'm not too sure if Derek's in chat. Just let me know if I need to get off. That's all I'm saying. You know, if it's taking up more money for me to stream or whatever. I just, I go, like I said, we go back to the old school and Scott Rubin was doing 5-hour shows. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Then he had 29 babies, and then he's like, forget this, I'm making ice cream. And that's what happened. I'm going to have to lower that a lot. I'm going to put a phase around it, soften it up a little bit. It looks like just for one. Kingdom Hearts 3 Tuesday special. There are no comparison videos for Kingdom Hearts 3. Must know if it's worth dropping the 4-day version I got pre-ordered or just shoot, I messed this up. That's okay, I'll leave it. You know what looks the best on the X, baby. You know Resident Evil 2, they try to be slick. Well, they try to be slick, but not really. So they basically put the same version on both the X and the PS4 Pro, except the PS4 Pro has one less like anti-aliasing pass type of thing. So it kind of looks sharper, but it isn't. It's just because the Jaggies there's no aliasing on it. So I mean, there's no anti-aliasing on it. So it's weird. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I heard that game was like mad short too. I was like, oh man, I thought it was gonna be a good one. Alright, let's see what we sound like here. That's not bad. Let me throw a phaser on it, see what it sounds like real quick. I mean a flanger, not a phaser, excuse me. That kind of gives it its flavor. Who used to do that? I don't remember. I'm old and I'm old. I'm old, yeah. I'm old, yeah. That's gonna be the intro to the album. I'm old, yeah. Just like that. Alright, so so this is called Crashes, right? So I was beginning to think about how I'm gonna write this one. Let me close this freaking. We got the other song up. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm adrift, right? But now I'm crashing into a planet or a moon or something, right? So I'm like, my spaceship freaking out, click click, bloom bloom, you know? So it's more of a cinematic type of scenario. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm not gonna start writing tonight, but I like how this beat is flowing though. It's kind of chill. It's kind of in between like the jazziness of the first track and the spaciness of Adrift. It's between Accused and Adrift. And if you notice, this is not on purpose or anything. This is how it's happening. Every song is just a one-word title. Okay, this is too harsh. Turn down. RX 580 200. Yeah, I heard that. I was like, man, that's how much I paid for my RX 480. Like 2 years ago, I guess it was. I like this. I like this because you have the bass line and then you have the alternate kind of plucking, and it's kind of, they're kind of like counterpointing. Are they counterpointing? I guess they are kind of a little bit. So it's kind of like, oh, your ears are like, oh, it's present, everything happening everywhere. Crashes. Oh, got me. Oh, I think that's a signal. 10 more minutes. That's what that means. Alright, let me work on these kicks. I wanna get that kick right. So I wanna think it is some get some boom on it. I'm gonna have to get somebody sang on that. When I bowl, when I flow, when I roll with it, everybody wanna look and see and so with it. Everybody wanna be the bowl with it. Everybody wanna control it and the flow with it. Not really the men's and the I'ma just understand them and the plans and the man gang of the can the same thing, playing it, thing. I use that one. Now I gotta remember. I'll just do this because I do not remember the pattern. So this is the easiest way. I think that's the drum. Yeah, that's the drum. So it's boom, boom, boom. Wait, I gotta. What is that? Was it the 16 triple? I think it was tripled, right? Yeah, that one was tripled right there. But what if, let me see if I do a triple grid. Oh, okay, that works. Actually, that might be a better. That's so. It's like. Oh, okay, that's where. That's. Let me see here. Oh boy. Yeah, that's where it loops. Okay, good. All right, so I need to. I just need to move over one. That's all. What's it? 16? Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds. There you go. Boom. Loop completed. Alright, that's pretty. Actually, let me do these. Pro tip: when you're messing with MIDI drums, if you want them to sound realistical, especially the kicks and snares too, when you have two really close like this, a double, you bring the first one down. Depending on the drum, you're gonna vary the velocity, and it'll sound more natural. It won't be like boom boom. It'll be like a natural drummer. Like this one right here, I didn't do. This sounds like it's really strong. So you gotta pull that one down. Like let me solo it so you can hear it. Oops. So this is the one I fixed, and this is the one I didn't fix. Actually, it doesn't sound that much different. Oh, I didn't pull it down enough. Because you want that little bit of a. There it is. There it is. You want that little bit of variation. Makes it sound alive. Yeah. And without it, it's all like smooth. It's not bouncy. It's not bouncy and bumpy and jumpy and juicy and oozy and loosey and goosey. Alright. I'ma throw this down so it can be rap. Everybody wanna get in the sling slap and zing zap, putting the tet of the teen tap, green raps, ever the time of the green raps. Okay. And let's do that. I hope that seems to be like the loo. Yeah, that's it. Bling, 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 bling. I do like this one. I'm not like I wasn't upset or anything, but like when I did the first version of it's called Plasma Whirlpool basically, but it was a drift. What a drift became. The first version of that is called Space Clouds, and it was not. I was like, I don't like it, and so I had to start over. The next day, I started a new track. It happens sometimes, you know. And let's take these two off of here and figure out what we're gonna do at the end. And we save it, and then we say, "Hey." Let me sit here and listen to it for a bit. Okay. That kick is a little too much right now. Gotta pull it down a little bit. Oh, I know why, because I have the other one playing. My bad. My bad, guys. My bad. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I got the burpees. One more again. You know what? I'm gonna have to put a. Let me see. I might have to put a snare in this. Let me pull this one up a little bit. good stopping point. I told Rafa I would write a song for the an actual song with lyrics for the game, and since this is called Crashes, I could just make it crashes. But I already have the idea about the ship crashing, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Maybe I'll tie it in. I don't know. Maybe I could do both. They're gonna have a dual purpose. I mean, I don't want to do that, but I like that break. I like that. I think the bass could be a little bit more varied, maybe, but I don't think it actually matter. When I spit flows on it, all that stuff disappears. Because it happened on the drift. I played the drift. I was like, I like that sound. And then I spit on it, and I'm like, it's gone. All you hear is me. I was like, argh. I kind of like the music better. I think I'll turn this up. I really like this sound. Good. That's so good. Uh-oh. Just had a bling blong. Just had a bing bo. Let me see if I can do this. Throw this in, yeah. Oh, I did that. Press one. Oh, maybe not. I actually have to find it. Where the hell is that thing? There it is. Blink. Blink, 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 blink. No. Blink, 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 blink. Where the hell are you? Duh. Oh, it's loading. And I'm not playing it. Oh, there it is. Why is that loud? Oh, that's why. Like, why are you so loud? At an Arab girl wailing, I think you're onto something. No. No samples here, except for this is a plugin that I actually bought from the dude. And he sampled a singer basically and made this whole plugin and did the programming, so it's the closest thing. Until I get a singer in here to recreate what I'm about to do or something, I don't know. She starts off a little shaky. I don't know. I'm not feeling her texture. Actually, you know what? There's effects on here. I gotta take these off. Rooms. That's better. Small. That's better. That I do. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm out. I'm out of juice. The juicy. I put all my juice into the track. So like that. That sounds very similar. Bridget hates when I do. I make all those juicy sounds like. She's like, "Ew, that nasty." She punches me like that, and then she drags it up, so my face. I'd be looking like an anime, like. Alright, so let me see. Do I need to? No, that's good. So on that second 8-bar piece, I need to add an instrument, or I need to take away an instrument to add. I think I need to add an instrument there. I have to think about that. But alright, I'm done. I'm gonna close it out now. Go inside, play some Xbox, pass out, eat some grublets because I'm starving. I got a headache and stuff and good stuff. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Everybody on Twitch. Definitely appreciate it. Everybody on against the time. Those are words. All games. Tilt the way to everybody in chat. Sub Z, Pace, Billy Ock. Later Sib Z. Later Duke Plague. Shadow Next Gen. All you fools in chat. When I say fools, that means I like you. Because y'all fools. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for paying attention sometimes, which is all I ask. I don't deserve nor do I demand your complete attention, but once in a while you can sprinkle a little attention my way, and that's all I need anyway. No, Layton didn't quit. Sean Layton is your daddy. Never forget. Like the other guy. What was the dude before him, man? He was way better. He's my daddy. He's the reason my PlayStation 4 is the best. Not Sean Layton. Sean Layton got the scrapums. He got the crumbs. I totally forgot his name. I'm gonna look him up real quick while I'm Jackie Trenton. That's right, Jack Trenton. Jack Trenton was the man. Anybody named Jack, name me. Okay, Jack the Ripper. That's a bad example. But I was about to say, name me a Jack or a Jackie that wasn't awesome. Jackie Gleason, Jackie Robinson, Jackie Kennedy, Jackie, Andrew House. Nah, Andrew House is, I don't know. Nah, he don't count. I don't know why he don't. I mean, Mark Cerny only counts because he's literally making the hardware. And I hope. Wait, he wasn't in charge of the PS3. He did the PS4. He did the Vita, right? I think he did the Vita as well, which wasn't the Vita. I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't. I think Sony has a fetish with touch surfaces, and they'll put them on stuff and not use them. Vita had all these touch. You could touch every part of that thing and something will happen. And it never, like one game used it. Okay, that's a lie, exaggeration. But come on, they didn't need it. Just like the touchpad on the PS4, the DualShock, novel, but no. The VMU on the Dreamcast controller was better than the touchpad on the PlayStation 4 DualShock. I'm just saying, it reminded me, Billy. He says, I like how easy it is to get SG wound up about saying PlayStation. Saying one PlayStation thing. He said good night 5 minutes ago. Listen, I like to hate goodbyes. And I want this last, make it last forever. Make it last forever. Make it crash. Make it last forever. And ever. Make the goodbye last forever. I'm gonna make it last forever. You never that would sound like I said a chupacabra. Alright, y'all. Later all games. Wow, that was weird. Later all games. Ha. I hate goodbyes. That's why we can't release Crackdown. Man, that's coming out in a couple of weeks. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, boy. Twitch and all y'all. Twitch and Mixer and YouTube and whoever else I'm streaming. Where else am I streaming to? That's about it. Peace out. Phil Spencer. Holla at your boy. That's me. I'm your boy. Holla at me. If you want to hire me and pay me close to 6 figures, I'm down to clown. I work for the post office, so I can quit that job. Or go on a really long leave of absence, and I'll work for you, make all the monies that I can, and make good stuff too. And then I'll work there forever. What am I talking about? Why would I go back to the post office after leaving? That doesn't sound like something I would do. What's Phil going for with this pose? Look at No Neck. Phil is like, he looks like a cologne bottle. You know, it's like boop, and then do like square. It's like square, and then it's like the bottle. Like his neck and his head are almost the same size. He's like, I'm thinner than you. Yeah, what's his name? I mean, Reggie's more proportioned. Even though he has like hamburger face or whatever. Not the texture, just he looks like the hamburger. He looks like a really tall hamburger. I can't even say it. That's how tired I am. Anyway, till the way, y'all. I appreciate. You guys are funny. See ya. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna work on this track some more. I like it a lot.